sneak by, and in the meantime, 2-on-1 advantage. Kurt Hawkins, a veteran, taking Joe Hennig off the apron.
Big mistake by Joe Hennig right there. He took his eye off Kurt Hawkins, and he's paying for it right now. Just watch Dylan Klein go to town on the outside.
Dylan Klein perching Joe Hennig on his shoulders and dropping him head first on the edge of that apron. As Joe Hennig, look at him crawling over to his corner, trying to tag in Johnny Curtis. Dylan Klein has different plans. Klein. Now, what exactly was that?
I've no idea, Saxton, but it was very effective. It landed straight on the jaw of Joe Hennig.
I guess that's part of the trend-setting routine that he maintains.
Hey, why not look good?
Dylan Klein with that neck vice.
It's called a cravat, Saxton.
Or a cravat, yes. A little pressure on Joe Hennig, trying to wear him down. You almost think in the back of your mind, a win for any of these two teams could perhaps propel them into the tag title conversation as well.
It absolutely could, Saxton, and you've got to say it's all one-way traffic at the moment. The team of Hawkins and Klein has gelled so much better.
Well, at this time, at the moment, yes, Hawkins and Klein with the advantage on Joe Hennig, as his partner Johnny Curtis watching anxiously on the apron. Here's the cover. You know, Kurt Hawkins told me, we all know that he loves himself and thinks he's too good to be true.
And he has every right to love himself. The man's a great performer.
Well, then, and I'm sure you're going to agree with this statement when I tell you, he actually told me that he believes you're a loser if you don't cheat.
That makes sense to me, Saxton.
Of course it makes sense to you. Who am I kidding here?
You know, the thing about Kurt Hawkins is he is the only former world champion that we have in the FCW locker room. That puts him head and shoulders above everyone else in my book.
Oh, nice breakthrough for Hennig with that jawbreaker, trying to create the opening to get to his partner, Johnny Curtis.
Curtis is getting more and more frustrated on the outside there. He wants to get into this match. He wants that tag from Hennig.
Look at him trying to kick off Dylan Klein, who instead spins the body around and drives that boot directly into the face of Joe Hennig.
You know, Hennig really needs to make that tag right now. He is letting his team down by staying in that ring.
Not letting his team down, oh, watch out. He's been trying to make the tag, but he's getting punished by two guys.
He's squirming around like a snake trapped under a stick.
Like a snake trapped under a stick.
Yeah, have you ever trapped a snake under a stick, Saxton?
I don't play with snakes. I don't like them. Dylan Klein right back to that cravat on Joe Hennig. Simple but effective strategy. Cut down that air supply. And the more this goes on, could translate into a victory. Hennig able to roll off Klein again. Every time Hennig tries to create an opening, every time he tries to create that pathway to tag in Johnny Curtis, whether it's Hawkins or whether it's Klein, one of them, the leg, one of them in there to stop his progression.
And doesn't Klein look good in there, Saxton?
Well, Klein's impressive. Klein looks very good.
Very
dominant.
His wardrobe costs more than you earn in a year, but we could see a tag, no.
You don't know how much I make in a year.
A pitiful amount, no doubt, Saxton. That's all you're worth.
So pessimistic.
And yet again, you see the frustration etched on Johnny Curtis's face. He needs to get into that match big time.
Covered by Hawkins. How many times, you got to wonder, how many times can Joe Hennig kick out? You know? And you also kind of ask yourself, well, are Hawkins and Klein getting frustrated? Are they asking themselves the question, you know, how many times do they have to cover and try to beat Joe Hennig? And then you got Johnny Curtis on the outside, who's got to be dying to get into this match, and all he can do is sit back and watch as his partner, you see him over the shoulder,
as his
sit back
partner
and watch.
Fails to make the tag, Saxton. He's getting let down right now.
Hennig has tried on numerous occasions throughout this match to get to Johnny Curtis.
This is a partnership, and if one half of the partnership isn't working out...
You said it yourself. That's a former World Tag Team Champion in there. In Kurt Hawkins. There's a veteran in that ring. Of course Kurt Hawkins knows what he's got to do. I mean, Joe Hennig's not in there with a slouch.
I don't know how much gas Hennig's got left in the tank tonight.
Hennig has proven time and time again to be perhaps one of the most resilient FCW superstars, but resiliency only lasts so long. Once again, wearing him down, going back to the head, going back to the neck. Talking a little trash while he does it. Dylan Klein on the apron telling Joe to tap out, which I do not expect. Oh, nice counter by Hennig. And look at him, look at him. How many times have we seen this? Hennig reaching for the tag,
is close,
almost
Saxton.
there, inches away. Both men go down.
And wow, what a turning point this could be right now, Saxton. Hawkins does not know where he is. He needs to get Klein in there before Joe Hennig makes that tag.
Joe Hennig now, as close as he's ever been to finally tagging Johnny Curtis. Inches away.
What is happening here, Saxton? What is Johnny Curtis doing? He's walking off.
Johnny Curtis, where's he going? Johnny Curtis is just leaving his partner.
In the ring there, big DDT by Kurt Hawkins.
Here are your winners, Kurt Hawkins and Dylan Klein.
What just happened here?
Explain to me the actions of Johnny Curtis there, Saxton. I don't get it. All I can think is that he got more and more cheesed off with Joe Hennig's pitiful performance.
Pitiful, wait, take a look at this. Joe Hennig throughout this whole match, going for the tag, reaching, trying to tag in Johnny Curtis, and finally when he's there, Johnny just jumps off the apron and leaves.
Too little, too late, Saxton. Hennig threw this one away, and Johnny Curtis was having no more of it. I'm convinced of it. I need to speak to him after this match over.
You know, Dylan Klein, you know, and Kurt Hawkins winners tonight, but I don't know what's going on in the head of Johnny Curtis. Folks, coming up next, our general manager, Abraham Washington, will be here with some info for the FCW Universe. We'll be back.
In North Florida, at Amway Arena, comes a TV event where tickets start at $20.
Welcome to SmackDown!
See your favorite superstars live and in action, including CM Punk, The Undertaker, the high-flying Rey Mysterio, The Animal Batista, Chris Jericho, and more. It's SmackDown and ECW in Orlando. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $20. WWE, the best value in entertainment.
Please welcome the host of the Abraham Washington Show, ladies and gentlemen, the general manager of FCW, Abraham Washington.
Welcome back to FCW, and I'm feeling better. I'm suddenly feeling happiness, feeling joy.
I'm taking you like this guy then, Saxton.
Well, not just like, I mean, we actually hang out quite a bit.
Well, look at the lovely Liviana. That is what I'm talking about, Saxton. She is red hot, as always.
But look at the other one, Abraham Washington.
No. I'm looking at Liviana.
He just pointed at me, you see that?
Very good,
That's my
Saxton.
homeboy.
Now, as the general manager of Florida Championship Wrestling, every now and then I like to give my talent an opportunity to come out and express themselves. And tonight will be no different, because the next gentleman I would like to introduce is a man that to me was told would be the next big thing. But in my opinion, after last week's performance, this individual seems more like the next big flop. But there are always two sides to a story, so we're going to give this individual an opportunity to explain himself. So will you all please join me in welcoming the man from Dallas, Texas, Mr. Vance Archer.
Well, Vance Archer last week had a hard-fought battle with Tyler Rex, but Tyler Rex came out victorious.
A very questionable defeat, Saxton. There's been rumors that his shoulder was up. I couldn't tell at the time. I was unsighted, but he is angry about it.
You know.